Hi Mantasha, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking. Tell me, how is your day going so far?
It's going on very nicely. It was good so far. I was a little bit tired. It was very exhausting, I would say.
Why?
And I I am facing health issue. I had a fever since last
Oh,
night.
oh, really? How are you now? Are you okay?
Feeling much better after taking medicine.
Are you still on medication?
What? Come again?
Are you still on medication?
Meditation? I didn't get what do you mean that.
Are you still taking medication means medicine?
Yes, yes, it's still taking.
Okay, that's great. Hope you get well soon. What are you doing to protect yourself from virus and sickness? Are you doing something?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm very careless in terms of taking care of myself. Really, literally, I'm saying I'm very immersed in my study, reading, and
Yes.
doing practice, and forget myself sometime to take have dinner, lunch. My mom remind me that you have to eat. Sometimes I forget to eat. Sometimes happen. It happens with me.
I think you are just living your normal life, and that is fine because when we pay attention to our sickness, what is not going well, that way we feel more sick. But you are feeling as it is, you're feeling normal, okay, I have to pay attention to my study, and you are eating normally like you used to eat before. So that is fine. If you pay attention to your sickness, you will get overwhelmed. Why I am not able to get well, why I am sick. So that is fine actually.
Yes, you're right. Exactly. But I think that we should just make balance, right? In study, all things. If we don't make balance, so then we suffer a lot because our health is very important. Health is wealth, I would say.
That
We
is
should
true.
feel good.
Making balance is a pivotal task. We have to make sure that we pay attention to our tasks along with our study, our personal life, our professional life, whatever task we have, we that task first, and then can pay attention to other tasks as well. But at the moment, as you are a student, so your task is to pay attention to your study, and as you said, that health is also very important. We cannot neglect it. If we neglect our health, then we won't be able to focus, because sometimes when we are sick, we find ourselves we are not able to pay attention, our concentration is very low. So make sure you keep yourself healthy, but paying attention too much to our sickness, like I'm sick, I am not able to complete some task, it is really overwhelming, because sometimes we feel like I am sick, so my parents will treat me specially, and I can't do this thing, I can't do that thing, even though sometimes we are able to do that, still we feel like that. But you are spending your time normal at this moment. Sometimes it's not all about like you have to eat healthy, you have to do exercises, all about your mindset. Because if your mind is healthy, everything is healthy. That's why I'm saying that it's good you are staying normal like you used to be before your sickness. So that is a good strategy as well.
Yes, you're right. Exactly.
Okay, tell me, how is your study going? What are you doing at this moment?
My study is going on very nicely. I'm doing practice every day. As I
Mhm.
mentioned that I'm feeling like facing health issue, but I didn't take any gap for practicing. I do practice every day. And sometimes I'm my mom like it's been 7 6 7 days my grandmother has passed away,
Oh,
so that's why I was not feeling to do anything. I was
oh,
not feeling good in
mm,
everything, so that's why, yeah, but yeah, overall everything is good.
that is great. Like you are still able to manage everything despite having sickness, and as you just said that your grandma passed away, still you are able to manage and focus. That is really commendable. Okay, tell me, what is happening in your life apart from these calamities?
What's happening that I would say one thing, that I want to just make my consistency, I don't want to skip any day without being active on YouTube. Like I want to just be consistent in my study, in my like on my YouTube as well. And sometimes I feel that I am just giving the chance to others to complain because I have many sessions in pending, but I'm not taking it. Sometimes I feel very bad and guilt about it because
Ah,
of the time management.
mm,
In like past like 2 3 days, not 2 3 days, it's been 1 week. I am not taking session
mm.
continuously, and I'm feeling guilt inside that I'm not talking to people. They are requesting me, and I'm not talking with them. So it is kind of regret and guilt in me.
I believe don't feel that way, because if you feel guilt that way, you going to harm yourself. It's not good for your mental well-being. So neglect it. Whatever is happening for good, because as you said that you are already busy with your study and you are trying to catch up everything now. So that is okay. Don't feel guilt, because we have whole life to have this feeling of regression and
Exactly.
guilt and all other things. Don't worry about anything at this moment. You are free, you are not married, you can take advantage of that. Spend time with yourself, because it is very important. Sometimes we very worried about spending time with our families, friends, but it is also important you spend time with yourself. Ask yourself how you are going, what is going in your mind. Reflect on your English learning journey, your other journey as well. Where's your life going? Is it going on the right direction? What is your plan for the future? What strategies you have been using? Are they working well or not? So these are very
Yeah,
important
even
things.
even I'm doing everything in terms of study, everything. I just help my mom in house chores work as well, cooking. But I think I'm not doing enough. This thought it come like I'm not doing one thing when I compare. Although I shouldn't compare, I think I'm doing my best in everything and
Mm.
giving as much as I'm getting the opportunity, I'm taking the advantage as well. But still the thought come that I'm not doing enough comparison to others. This thought like very hurt me inside. Like it just bothered me a lot.
Because you are so young, I believe, as you just said that you are very worried about your task, you are not able to manage well. But it's sounding like you are doing your task with a miracle. You are able to finish your task with passion and care. That's why you are very worried about that. Usually young generation have no time to think about all other things apart from themselves, but you are paying attention to other things. And I would like to suggest you here, don't have these kind of things, because as I told you already, you have life, rest of the life. If you have this kind of mentality, it won't be good for your health. As you already said, is very unknowing and very fascinating at this moment. Like you have to attend the task, and you are very curious to attend the task, still you are not able to do that. But that is normal. Okay, just leave it.
Hmm.
I think
Someone
something
is
wrong
calling.
is happening. Someone is calling you.
Yeah,
Okay,
wait.
can you please cancel the call? Okay.
Yes, yes. Hmm.
Okay, so I asked you even last time what is your future plan, and you said that yeah, you want to visit to other countries as well apart from India, and at this moment, due to the restriction, you are not allowed to go anywhere. So may I know what's else on your mind to achieve, or any task to become anything? What you aspire to be?
To be honest, I didn't think about this much about it, but I would say that as I'm just doing, I'm learning, like I'm very passionate. So definitely I'll achieve something, but I didn't decide too much about it.
I just want to tell you, I was like you. But don't be like this. You should have your goal. Because sometimes we
Yes,
think,
I have goals. I have goals. There are lots of, but in my bucket list, when I share it now, I feel uh, there is something. I just sometimes reluctant. I feel reluctant to not share sometimes.
I
But
do.
as
So
you said,
that's fine. If you
hmm,
don't want to share, that is fine. But as long as you have goals, as you said, that you have a couple of things on your plate and you are aspiring to do that, so that is a great thing. If you don't want to disclose, that is fine. But as long as you are clear about your goal, that is good. Good
yeah.
to yeah.
But to be honest, I want to become English trainer. This
Hmm.
is online. So I want to take English classes online, and this is what I do. Want to become a good YouTuber as well. I want to do traveling. This is all I would say.
Okay, so you said you want to become an English trainer along with a good YouTuber, and traveling is on your bucket list as well. May I know what step you are taking to become an English trainer at this moment?
At this moment, I'm just immersing myself in English as much as possible. I
Mm.
want to become a bookworm person as well. I'm making my habit of reading at least 1 hour every day, and I have planned to read lots of books. Yeah,
Hmm.
in 2, 3 years, I want to read plethora of books. Yeah.
Okay. As you said, you have been reading a lot of books, and a minimum an hour you spend in a day to read a book. May I know if someone wants to know what is the right technique to read? What kind of suggestions you would like to give to that person?
Right technique, I would say whatever you like it, just choose it. Don't just blindly follow anyone's. Like anyone say that if anyone saying that just read this book, don't just follow it. Just follow your passion, whatever, follow your interest. That will that will make you a good reader. And I made this mistake. That's why I struggle a lot to build a habit of reading books. Now I feel enjoy. I can read at least almost 2 hours as well because I don't feel boredom in reading.
That is good. You explained well. If you are interested in learning something or reading something, definitely you will read that. But if we follow sometimes,
Yeah,
okay, my friend is reading this book and he or she is able to speak English well, I should read that book. So that is a myth. We have to just follow our instinct. We have to follow our passion. If I have a interest
exactly.
in beauty, I will read books about beauty. If I have interest in environment sustainability, I will read book on that subject matter. So that way I will be able to read, I will be able to maintain my consistency every day. But sometimes if I feel like, okay, Mantasha is reading that book and she said that book is very interesting and she is able to speak English well just because of that, then I would like to encounter that book, read that book, and after sometimes I feel monotonous. No, it's very tedious book. I shouldn't read that one. I can't read. And then
Exactly.
label ourselves, no, I'm not good at reading. It is a very daunting task. I can't do this. But on other side, if we have interest in that book, definitely we will read that. This is a one strategy. If I would like to suggest anyone who would like to cultivate a habit of reading, I would say that if you have interest in a couple of subject matters, whatever topic you are interested in, to you have to have a book on that subject matter. This is the number one thing. The second thing I would like to say, you have to make sure you just read maybe for 30 minutes according to your time. Even 10 minutes would be enough. If you don't have time, 10 minutes would be enough. But don't go to the next page until you feel like you understand the first two pages well. Okay, don't just jump on to the another one. Sometimes we are not able to understand, we just read, and if someone asks a question about the book, we feel very puzzled. What was the book about? I'm not able to explain. If you are not able to explain, it means you are wasting your time. So make sure if you are reading
Exactly.
something, you make some notes, you write down some sentences or some advanced vocabulary. That way you will be able to use those words or idioms or sentences in your conversation. And also you have to make sure you know what is that book about. I know that book is about health, but what suggestions writer wants to give through his book, You have to know all those things. So that way you will be implement those rules, how you can keep yourself healthy. Hmm. But just we read for the sake of reading, it is not good. You make sure you
Exactly.
understand that, and develop your comprehension skills. If you are just reading to finish the task, okay, I have to take this that 10 minute or half an hour, 1 hour, I have to read a book and I finish my task, that's it, I am good. But that way you won't be able to learn anything, you won't go anywhere, even though you are dedicating your lots of time. But at the end you will find, no, actually what was that book about, I don't know, I'm not able to. So you have to make sure when you read something, maybe one page or two pages, after that you are able to express your ideas. Like you are reading something maybe in your language. I'm not saying you have to read in English, but if you are learning English, you have to make sure you write a paragraph what you have learned through that book, what you have read, and also you have to make sure you are able to narrate. If someone asks you, okay, you are learning, you are reading that book, can you just tell me the gist of that book, what is that book about? So you make sure you are able to explain well to that person. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You explain very well, articulate.
Hmm.
Yeah, same here. Like if I just read something when I'm not having interest, so I don't understand, I don't comprehend well. If I'm
Hmm.
reading that book which is in my interest, so I just comprehend well and enjoy as well. So
Hmm.
I think it's all about our interest. We should follow our interest only, and we will become a good reader, I would say.
Yeah, that is true, because sometimes we are manipulated into believing if we read a book, that way only we can learn English. Otherwise, we won't be able to learn that. Even though speaking
Yeah,
English very important, listening is also very important, but sometimes people think, oh, I am dedicating lots of my time in speaking and also reading and no, sorry, listening and writing, but I am not reading, so I have to read, then only I will be able to speak English well. But when they use wrong method, yeah, when they use wrong method, they don't know, they're just reading for the sake of reading and that's it, and then they don't know what was the book about. They are not able to collect some advanced vocabulary or maybe sentences or phrases. That way they won't be able to develop their English skills. Yeah.
yes, I also do this thing. I take pencil and just highlighted the words which is I'm unable to understand.
Mm.
Then I record those words and I just listen whole week and just try to understand. Even I try to practically use those words. That's how they help me to improve my vocabulary, expand my vocabulary. So
Mm.
yeah, this method I use. I think we must do it because what would be the benefit if we are reading and we are not learning any words? We should just implement, execute in our like speaking, right?
That is good. You said rightly that you are able to focus solely on your reading and you are even underlining and you are trying to use in your action, like while you're speaking, you make sure that you are using those words in your conversation. That way you will be able to build on your skills, English skills.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do it. I don't take too much pressure, and we shouldn't take too much pressure.
We shouldn't
Like
take
we
that.
should just read. We should read the books which is according to our level. And like
Mm.
if we are reading that, so we will not get too much words, unfamiliar words. So it will become easier for us to accomplish that book, and we will enjoy it. First priority should be enjoyment. We are getting enjoyment, then we'll understand properly.
Yeah, you said rightly. I resonate with what you said. If we are able to enjoy whatever we are doing, it's not just all about learning English, it's all about in our life. Maybe we are cooking, we have interest in cooking, and sometimes we feel like, okay, this is a chore, we have to do that, and we don't have interest in cooking. That way, we won't be able to give our 100%. We are here to enjoy our life. Yeah, in a productive way. I'm not saying you enjoy, some people enjoy drinking, smoking, this and that. I'm not saying in that way. In a good way, in productive way. If you're able to enjoy whatever you are doing, that way you will be able to give you 100% to that task. Like if I have interest in
Exactly.
talking with the people, if I am listening to you and sharing my idea, that way I am enjoying my conversation. If I am teaching my children, if I have passion about teaching children, working with children, that way I will be able to give my 100%. Otherwise it is kind of a bogus task, like we are trying to do that but we are not paying attention to that, feeling like when we finish this task I am at job, when I go home and I'm having conversation, when I finish this conversation I'm just making it for my YouTube. That way even viewers won't be able to learn anything out of this conversation. Hmm.
Exactly. You're right. That's true.
Yes, do
I
you
can
have
resonate
any
with you. I don't have much questions. I didn't prepare, but yeah, you said very well. I really
question?
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I think time is going over. If you don't have any questions, shall we wrap up our session? If you have any
Yeah,
questions,
sure.
yes. Okay, nice talking with you again, and maybe we'll catch soon each other. Yeah, in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye.
Sure.